Hello students, myself Harish Chandra sir, going to teach you mathematics paper 1 for 11th classes G and H. First of all, I welcome all you for your admission in science stream of Ahmednagar College. In that, I am very happy that you have been selected the subject mathematics. Okay. Now, before entering in the syllabus, some few things I want to discuss with you. I want to tell you. Okay. See, for learning mathematics or for studying mathematics, what is important is that consistency. After that, understanding of the subject, and number 3, practice of the subject. Now, you may think or that what is the meaning of consistency, understanding of subject and practicing and all these things. I will elaborate them one by one. Okay. Here I need consistency. Consistency means what? You should not bunk the lectures. That is very important because now you are studying the higher mathematics. Okay. Up to 10th standard, whatever mathematics you have been studied, that is a lower kind of mathematics. And in those cases, even though the middle lectures you are bunking, still you can easily reach to the track and you can understand the concepts easily. Okay. But here in case of higher mathematics, what happen? Whenever you are bunking one lecture, okay, it is not possible for you to understand the next 2 lectures. Because whatever next 2 lectures I am going to conduct, they are totally based on the previous lecture, which you have been missed. Okay, that's why here it is expected that students should continuously attend the lectures, sincerely attend the lectures, by heart attend the lectures. It is expected. This is something about consistency. Second thing, understanding. Okay, whatever concepts they are included here in the mathematics textbook. Okay, definitions, theorems, their proofs, okay, and strategy of solving the problems. Here it is expected that students should have clear understanding of the mathematical concepts. Actually, to give the understanding of those concepts is my job. Honestly, I am going to do that, no problem at all. But note that in that also, your contribution is required. Okay, your concentration is required. It is important. Because what happened, whenever anything you are not able to understand, okay, there needs some kind of interaction. Also, I will suggest you one more thing. Before attending the lecture, first of all, you read the book. Okay. I'm not expecting that whenever you are reading the book, you can understand the concepts 100%. Okay. But whenever you are reading the books at home before attending the lecture, okay, at least 20-25% you can have the touch of that. And whenever I will explain the same concepts in the classroom, okay, then it becomes easy for you to understand those concepts easily. Okay, that's why understanding is the mutual job between the student and teacher. That is important. Thoroughly try to understand those concepts, meaning of the theorems, their proofs, okay, and strategy of solving the problems. That you have to learn in the classroom. And the third part is practice. Okay. After studying the matter or the strategy of solving the problem, sample examples in the classroom. Okay. Here it is expected that students should honestly work out various kinds of the examples from your exercise in each and every chapter. You have to practice them. Okay, then and then only you can have mastery on those different kinds of ideas of getting tackled those problems. It is important. In my view, for mathematics, the formula for success is understanding plus practice is equal to success. Okay, out of the understanding and practice, if there is lack of any one of them, there are less chances of getting the success. That's why you keep in mind this formula, understanding plus practice is equal to success, at least for mathematics I am telling you. Okay, this is some of the basic things which I want to discuss with you. And now, before losing the time, let us enter directly in our syllabus. So note that whole year to your both classes G and H, I am going to teach you mathematics paper 1. Okay, and now let us enter what is the syllabus which we are, or what are the topics we are going to discuss in this chapter, in this paper. And then in each topic, what are the subtopics? Okay, what is their explanation? Slowly and slowly, we are going to enter in them. Okay, so let us start. Yes, mathematics paper 1, and below that I have been written my title, my name Harish Chandra sir, going to teach you this paper. Now I will tell you what are the topics we are going to learn in this paper. One by one I will tell you. And that is also given in the index of your book. But as a part of formality, I will explain once again the same one. Okay. In topic 1, we are going to discuss angle and its measurement. Chapter 2, trigonometry 1. Chapter 3, trigonometry 2. Chapter 4, determinants and matrices. Chapter 4, straight line. Chapter 6, circle. 7th one, conic section. 8th one, measure of dispersion. And the 9th one, probability. So these 9 topics in mathematics paper 1 we are going to discuss whole year. Okay, let us start with the first topic. Our first chapter, angle and its measurement. Now in this chapter, what are the subtitles? What are the subunits we are going to discuss? The first one, directed angle. Second, angle of different measurements. Third, length of an arc of circle. And the fourth one, area of a sector of circle. But because of this pandemic disease of COVID-19, I think this year for 11th class, government has deleted some subtopics from different chapters from for 11th class. Okay, so here in the chapter for this year only, the last 2 subtopics, length of an arc of circle and area of sector of circle, those 2 subtopics have been deleted. So here we are going to discuss only first 2 subtopics, directed angle, angle of different measurements. Okay, let us start with the definition of directed angle. I think you may have been studied the concept of angle in the lower classes. It was the plane angle, and now it was the normal angle. Now we are going to discuss slightly different kind of angle called as directed angle. What is the difference between that normal angle and directed angle? Basic definition of that angle which you have been studied in the lower classes for angle was that the union of 2 non-collinear rays having the common end point is called an angle. Meaning that whenever you are generating in the angle in the lower classes, you take the 2 rays in the plane, we are keeping those 2 rays in such a manner that they are not on the same line. They are non-collinear, meaning that they should not be on the same line. They should be around the different line. Okay, then we have to intersect them. We have to join these 2 rays at a single end point. After joining these 2 rays, keeping them in non-collinear position and attaching them, pasting them at a single point, whatever figure is generated, that figure mathematically titled as an angle. This was the basic concept of angle you have been learned in the lower classes. But here in the class 11, the idea of the directed angle is somewhat different. Okay, instead of taking the two rays, okay, for generating the directed angle, you take the single ray, say ray OA in the plane. Okay, now taking the ray OA in the plane, okay, and keeping its point O fix, okay, keep on rotating that ray OA. Now question may occur in your mind, how much you have to rotate it? Okay, rotation is up to your view or your own choice. Okay, you can perform slight rotation. If you want, you can perform more rotation. If you want, you can perform rotation and rotation, more and more, no problem at all. Okay, till what you have to rotate, that is your choice. Okay, if you are rotating that ray OA, okay, about that fixed point O, it is reaching to the new position. Okay, the new position of that initial ray OA, its new position I will call as ray OB. Now take in view the initial position of the ray OA and the final position of the ray OA, which is called as ray OB. Okay, collectively these two positions of ray OA again form a specific kind of picture. Okay, and that picture is titled as directed angle. Okay, so question is that what is the difference between only angle and directed angle? For the only angle, I need two rays, while in case of directed angle, I need only one ray. And after rotating, its initial and final position collectively form the directed angle. Now this is theoretical explanation for the generation of directed angle. Okay. But here we are going to discuss the formal mathematical definition of directed angle. Okay, and that definition is already here on your screen. I will explain that. Okay, the order pair of rays, ray OA, comma ray OB, in which ray OA is rotated about the fixed point O to occupy the position of ray OB, is called directed angle AOB. So definition says how the directed angle is generated. It is generated of the two rays. Okay, from those two rays I am forming the order pair ray OA and ray OB. But in that order pair, whatever ray is there at the first position, ray OA, in that order pair, at the first position there is ray OA. So definition suggests us take that ray OA and rotate that ray OA about the fixed point O till it is reaching to the second position or second component of that order pair. It is the ray OB. Actually, that second component is nothing but what? It is the final position of that ray OA after rotation. Okay. In this manner, you can generate the directed angle. Okay. Now, I have been given you the theoretical idea for the generation of directed angle and this formal mathematical definition of the directed angle also. Okay, so henceforth keep in mind how the directed angle AOB is generated. It is an order pair of ray OA and ray OB. That order pair you have to write always. After writing that order pair, you have to put the comma and then you have to write the explanation. Where ray OA is rotated about the fixed point O to occupy the position of ray OB, and that complete explanation is called as directed angle AOB. This is the formal mathematical definition of directed angle AOB. Okay, how that directed angle is generated? It is given in the figure below. You can see that picture. Ray OA has been taken. It is rotated in anti-clockwise sense. Okay, and then it is occupying the position, final position, ray OB. Then initial position and final position combinedly form the directed angle AOB. Now, what is the short symbolic form of the long statement directed angle AOB? So that long statement directed angle AOB, it is denoted by short mathematical symbol. In the definition, it is already given. Okay, write down the symbol of angle. On that symbol of the angle, put the small arc. Why we are putting that arc? Because here rotation occurred. And then write down the name of that angle, AOB. In the directed angle AOB, in its title, note that ray OA is the initial arc and ray OB is the terminal arc. Now here ray OA is rotated about point O in that figure. Now the figure I have been shown you. Okay, in that figure ray OA is rotated about point O till it reaches to the new position of the ray OB, and therefore by above definition the order pair ray OA comma ray OB is the directed angle AOB. So how to write that, how to denote and how to define that directed angle, okay, that has been given below. The symbol for directed angle, it is angle small r over that and name of the angle, directed angle AOB is equal to, how that directed angle is defined? It is defined as order pair ray OA comma ray OB, where ray OA is rotated about fixed point O to occupy the position of ray OB. Okay, note that here in this directed angle AOB, okay, ray OA which we have been taken initially for the rotation, that ray OA is called as initial arm of that directed angle. After rotation of the ray OA, it is reaching to the new position, final position, which is titled as ray OB. That final position, ray OB, is called as terminal arm of that directed angle. And that fixed point O, about which the initial arm is rotated, that fixed point is called as vertex of that directed angle. So these are the three different parts of that directed angle. Okay. Second important remark. Note that directed angle AOB is not equal to directed angle BOA. In case of normal angle or plane angle, we know that angle AOB and angle BOA, they are one and the same. But in case of directed angle AOB and directed angle BOA, they are completely different. Because why? In the title, directed angle AOB, I am taking the ray OA and rotating that ray OA, I am reaching to the position of ray OB. While in case of directed angle BOA, initially I am taking the ray OB and it is rotated to occupy the position of the ray OA, and that's why directed angle AOB and directed angle BOA, they are not same. You can't write directed angle AOB as directed angle BOA. Keep in mind. Once you are familiar with the idea of the directed angle is divided into various types. So what are the different types of that directed angle? Those I am going to discuss one by one. First of all, I am going to discuss zero angle. Note that definition of zero angle is already in its title. Zero angle. Question is that which directed angle will be called as zero angle? We know that for the generation of the directed angle, always there is rotation of initial arm up to terminal arm. Okay? But here the title of the angle is zero angle. So whenever I am taking the directed angle AOB, suppose, and in that initial arc OA, it is rotated through zero amount of rotation, meaning that ray OA is not rotated. Zero rotation means no rotation. Okay, if no rotation occur, what will be the position of the initial ray OA? Of course, it is at the same position. Okay, meaning that its final position and initial position both are in the same direction. They are at the same position. Okay, because rotation is zero. And that's why such a directed angle in which there is zero rotation of the initial arm or there is no rotation of the initial arm, okay, such a directed angle is called as zero angle. Now the definition of zero angle. In directed angle AOB, if ray OA has zero rotation, in bracket the meaning of zero rotation is given, that means ray OA has no rotation, then initial arm OA and terminal arm OB, they are at the same position. Then such a directed angle AOB is called zero angle. You can see the picture of zero angle, how it is looking. See in the figure below. Okay. See in figure 1.4, you will see that ray OA is the initial ray. Okay. It is rotated through zero amount of rotation. meaning that there is no rotation of ray OA, and that's why the final position ray OB and ray OA, they are in the same position, they are in the same direction, and that's why the directed angle AOB in such case is zero directed angle or zero angle. Here, because of no rotation of ray OA, both the rays, initial ray OA and terminal ray OB, they are at the same position, and therefore directed angle AOB is zero angle. Second type of the directed angle, straight angle. Okay. Again, the definition of straight angle, it is completely lies in the title. From the title, you can understand the definition. Straight angle, meaning that what? Whenever in the directed angle, initial arm and terminal arm combinedly form the straight line. Now, when they will be formed the straight line? Simple logic. Whenever you are taking the initial ray OA, okay, and that ray OA is rotated either in anti-clockwise sense or clockwise sense. You keep on rotating in any direction, no problem at all. Okay, but you have to rotate that initial arm OA till its final position is exactly opposite to the initial position, meaning that the direction of the initial arm and the direction of terminal arm, they are completely opposite. Then and then, these two rays or these two arms combinedly form the straight line, and whenever they are forming the straight line, in such case, the directed angle is called as straight angle. The definition of straight angle. The directed angle AOB is called straight angle if and only if. If and only if can be written in short like this, IFF, meaning that if and only if. The directed angle AOB is called straight angle if and only if ray OA and ray OB, they are in opposite directions. Okay. Now consider the figure given below. Again, in that picture you can see how the straight angle is looking. Here the directions of rotation, both the directions have been given, but no need to show these both directions always. Okay, if you are rotating in the anti-clockwise sense, then show only anti-clockwise rotation, and if you are rotating that initial ray in clockwise sense, then show only clockwise rotation. Okay, but here in the figure I have been shown both the directions, meaning that rotation is as per your choice. Okay, so here after rotation, ray OA and ray OB, they are in opposite direction, and therefore directed angle AOB is straight angle. After that, we are going to discuss the third type of directed angle, one rotation angle. Now, when the directed angle is called as one rotation angle, simple logic. Take the directed angle AOB. Okay, in that consider initial arm OA. Okay, and now start rotating that initial arm OA. Okay, we have to keep on rotating. Till what we have to rotate? We have to rotate till it is coming to its original position again. Whenever after rotation of the initial arm, it is coming to its original position again. Okay, meaning that here initial arm OA is performing one complete rotation, and then it is coming to its original position. Okay, again here in this case, initial arm OA and after rotation of the arm OA, okay, the final arm OB, both are in the same direction. Okay, but here one rotation occurred. In case of zero angle, there was no rotation, and that's why both the arms were in the same direction. Okay, but here in case of one rotation angle, the rotation of the ray OA occurred. And how much you have to rotate? Till it is completing one rotation. Then it is coming to its original position. And in such case, the directed angle is called as one rotation angle. Again, the rotation is as per your choice. You can perform the rotation in anti-clockwise sense or in clockwise sense. Okay? Definition of one rotation angle. The directed angle AOB, in which after one complete rotation, the initial ray OA coincides with the terminal ray OB, then the directed angle AOB is called one rotation angle. Figure of the one rotation angle is already in front of you on the screen. Okay, later we are going to discuss next type of directed angle, right angle. When the directed angle is called as right angle. Okay, whenever the rotation occur half of the straight angle. Okay, whenever in the directed angle the rotation of initial arm occur half of the straight angle, then its initial arm and terminal arm combinedly form a specific type of directed angle, and such directed angle is called as right angle. Definition: the angle which is half of the straight angle is called right angle. And in case of degree measure, what is the measurement of straight angle? It is 180 degree. Then how much will be the measurement of right angle in degree? It is 90 degree. That is known to you from your previous knowledge. Okay. Now these are the various types of the directed angles. After that, we are going to discuss what is the meaning of the title measure of directed angle. Now we know that whenever any angle occur, that angle must have some measure. Okay, but what is the exact meaning of the word measure of directed angle? That we are going to elaborate in the next definition. Okay, you are finding the measure of any angle or measure of directed angle, meaning that what you are finding actually. Okay, what is the exact meaning of the word measure of directed angle? That is question in front of us. We know how to obtain the measure, but what is the meaning of measure? That we don't. So we are going to discuss here meaning of the word measure of directed angle in this definition. So what does the definition suggest us? I will explain. Okay, measure of directed angle is the amount of rotation of its initial arm to occupy terminal arm with the proper sign attached to it. What does the definition suggest us? Now in the definition of the measure of directed angle, there are two important clauses. Okay, we have to consider two important things here. Okay, what is important for obtaining the measure of directed angle? First of all, obtain the amount of rotation of the initial arm up to terminal arm. We know that in case of directed angle, initial arm is rotated up to the position of the terminal arm. Okay, whenever the rotation occur, ultimately that rotation must have some numerical value. Note that here that amount of rotation is associated with some numerical value, and that numerical value is called as amount of rotation of the initial arm up to terminal arm. Take that numerical value of the rotation occur of the initial arm up to terminal arm. Now how to obtain that numerical value, that we are going to discuss later. But here, for obtaining the measure of directed angle, what we need first? I need the numerical value of the amount of rotation which occur of the initial arm up to terminal arm. The value of that rotation in the number form. That value you have to obtain. Then second thing, what you have to do? Whatever numerical value of that rotation occur, take that numerical value and to that numerical value attach the proper sign. Now which sign you have to attach? Either plus or minus. Okay, there are two possible signs. Then when to attach the plus sign and when to attach the minus sign, that I am going to discuss later. Okay, but for obtaining the measure of directed angle, take the amount of rotation and to that amount of rotation attach the specific sign, either plus or minus. Then that numerical value with that specific sign combinedly called as the measure of that directed angle. Keep in mind. Okay, now the long word measure of directed angle AOB, that long statement is denoted in short by using the mathematical symbol. And what is the symbol for that long statement? It is given on the screen. M directed angle AOB. So like this way, that long statement can be written in short by using the mathematical symbol. Okay, let us stop today here. Rest of the part we are going to discuss next lecture. Thank you. Go to classroom.